So I wanted to shoot this video real quick for you, John, to let you know exactly what I'm talking about doing. Make no doubt that this is a very rare, very hard to find setup for your 356. It's very unique, and I explained in the emails what the problems are. There's a lot of problems with this early type system. It's very sturdy, very rugged in design. But what happens is, like I was saying, all the points across here, every part of it bleeds and soaks up power. So if your battery's not like perfectly charged and your generator is not charging properly, this thing won't fire. I mean, having the split spark plug, glow plug sucks energy. The older style coils sucks energy. The electromagnetic click off in here, and this is the fuel regulator, sucks energy. Not to mention that I haven't even looked at this diaphragm, let alone the diaphragm that's in your pump down here. But I didn't think this one was bad. It's not, because it does pump, and it wouldn't pump if the diaphragm was bad, meaning that the fuel sitting in there for X amount of years makes them dry and turns them into potato chips. That's what I'm suspicious of this, because one of the other problems too, as you can see here, I took this off, not a lot of fuel was coming out of here, meaning that it's not able to flow through here and come out and be regulated properly. So that might be a huge issue in itself, and these diaphragms aren't available. And there are fixes out there with 3D printed plastic ones, but I have never done one of those. And there's only one guy that I know of that ever did it, and he has good results, but he doesn't report about anything else that he has. I think he had some NOS parts too that he put on his heater. Just these early ones. And you got a relay here as well, that everything works. I mean, I had everything working. It just doesn't, it's just not reliable. It doesn't click on and run as fast. So the big thing that I was concerned about is being able to have, this is an early one. This is the same kind of combustion chamber that's inside of here. And this housing actually is from a later one like this. This being able to fit on there, and this is the housing for the fan, which is the brain, because it has, on the early types like this, it has the 2-point system. One of the points runs the spark plug. The other point runs a separate electromagnetic fuel pump like that, or similar. That's not. I mean, they're left and right. They're not even similar anymore. But and the earlier type pumps, which is down here in the box that I didn't bring out to show you, but it was on that other video with the other guy's heater that I'm sure you've seen. So it's just, this is just more streamlined. If I can fit this fan in your can, and then all this wiring will go and will be replaced by this wiring right here, which is very similar, very much the same. But like I said, this has just been cleaned up, simplified, and is more streamlined. They share the same, these are the same exact circuit breaker and temp regulator or thermal switch right here. I mean, these are compatible, and they switch over, which is fine too. Actually, the coils too, but this is just a more modern, less drawing coil than what you do have here with the capacitor on it. All the connections are male-female connections, and there's no more of the screw type, which that's another thing that you lose amps and everything. Just drops power across this terminal bridge here. So, just completely understanding what my idea was to do, and it seems like you do understand, is I'm going to take the wiring and the fan, which is the brain. Like I said, I have to move all that over into this shell. Like I said, if the fan fits on, and I can get because that should be the fresh air intake, which is this guy on here, get things to line up to where, it lines up, this way on it, and I can go out that hole, then then I think we're going to have a success. The only other thing too is that this is wired up to have the spark plug and the coil, or the glow plug is all in one deal on this plug. This wire, these two wires, one's going to obviously go to your spark plug, and then this wire is going to go over to your glow plug that's right here. That's the only weird thing that I don't know if it's going to 100% work either. But other than that, that's what my intent is. Beyond that is then you have the cables that come from the dash that actuate stuff. I have no idea what that's going to do. That's something you're going to have to figure out. If I can get this to work off of this system, it should fire quick, be reliable, and you'll have a fun video to show everybody like I took with the other guy when I restored his. But I don't know how your on and off switching from the dash of the Porsche is going to interact with any of this. And I can supply switches that you can have somebody, do the same thing, reverse engineer, kind of like what I'm doing, to get it to work into your Porsche, to make it run off of the stock system you have for your dash controls. So I just wanted to make this quick vid for you, let you completely understand where I'm going to go with this. I mean, the first thing to do is for me to take out your can out of that and see if I can, and take the one out of here and take the fan off this and put it on that. Verify that the stuff works on this, because I just got this unit and I was going to restore it as it is, but it's a perfect, clean, nice, original candidate for me to use these parts onto yours. And I do have some NOS parts I can still throw at this project to make this run better if I need to, so that runs better. But also the other thing that it will entail, if I don't have like right here, I have the two holes for this relay. Well, looks like I'll have two holes here to screw it in, but I might alter the can, the housing, the shell, may have a hole or two put in it somewhere if I can't find a already made hole, and the wires are long enough to fit all this here onto this here. We're looking at it briefly here. It doesn't look like there should be a problem in finding a space for everything, but that would be the only other thing I can think of that I would have to alter. Your thermostat stays, which is what this is right here on a Volkswagen thing. These two do the same thing. This one's more like what they had on the early buses for the Eberspachers. This thermostat's just a coil and it expands. This is similar, but it's helical up a shaft that goes down into there. Can't see it because it's too dark, but there's a lot of stuff that's compatible, and this will be able to run off a lot of that, so I'm not worried about that. Biggest thing, like I said, is fitting the fan from here onto there. I should be able to even use the gray fan on that, the fan blade, because these later Eberspachers have orange ones, if you haven't noticed. But it'll even go as far as that too. I'll be able to use the fan blade on the thing. So kind of a long-winded video, but I just wanted to make sure that we are on the same page before I alter anything on this unit for you. Okay? Thanks, and look forward to hearing back from you.